with our progress bar. It says preparing to live stream. In the chat, feel free to chat with each other. Let us know what the designer you are, UX designer, graphic designer, any type of designer, and where you're calling in from. Cool. We are officially begin. Thank you all so much for coming. I founded Design Buddies exactly 1 year ago today on April 10th of 2020 when I was a small potato in design. And today we celebrate our 1-year birthday party. And for duration of our event, we have limited edition merchandise giveaways. We also have a panel discussion with our admins. Very fun stories going to be shared. We also have a boba tea and art hangout. So we'll be sharing a link later on where y'all can draw together and in real time as well. So you can collaborate. And then afterwards, you have a Discord party. But yeah, so we'll start with a brief intro about Design Buddies, and all of our partners and sponsors and all our teams who helped us along the way. And they'll do a fun Q&A. And then we also have a folklore, Tales from the Buddies by our admins. We have some very fun happenings in Design Buddies that we really want to share. And then we'll be taking a group photo. And so feel free to download the background and set it as your Zoom background to be in our group photo. And then we have an after party, which is gonna take place in our events channel on Discord. And if you can't see other channels in Discord, make sure to head to Rules Unlocked channel to follow the short instructions to see all our 50 channels in case you don't see them yet. And then we all have giveaways throughout. We have 10. So the first 5 will be during the Zoom event, and the next 5 will be during our after party for 30 minutes after this event too, for some merchandise that you won't get anywhere else. And so Design Buddies was born on the very nice day on April 10th of 2020. I just wanted a very inclusive and wholesome community. Later, I'll be going more detail about how I started Design Buddies. But since then, we have almost 20,000 buddies on Discord, and we share a lot of free resources, events, mentorship, and more. And we really want to be inclusive, keeping everything free. So it's inclusive to everyone, regardless of experience, social economic status, and anything, and backgrounds. And you can join Design Buddies through Discord. We also have a lot of social media platforms. We are on like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube, and more. But mostly our communication happens on Discord. So make sure to join so you don't miss out on anything too. And I want to give a huge thank you to our admin team. Without our admins, Design Buddies wouldn't be here. I can't clone myself. So special thanks to Nadia, Jess, Kim, Callum, Yashar, Maggie, Nabil, Sarah, Jack, and Brian, our honorary member. Brian was on our design team. Unfortunately, things got busy with work, but he really helped build all the 3D assets for Design Buddies and really helped shape the direction of our brand. So thank you so much for everyone and being really awesome and being awesome buddies and being very wholesome and help Design Buddies grow and thrive. And we also have a lot of people involved without our team. So it's about 40 of us. So we have our focus group team, and do you know who you are? We're the Bunny Club or the Bunny Club. Yeah, the Bunny Club. And we really rely on feedback. So we know what direction we want to go to. We have a community team to help make sure that Design Buddy stays a very wholesome and very fun place for everybody. We have our mentors. They're partnered with Amazing Design People List on this. And we have our events team who help moderate the chat, and without them, events won't go as smoothly as they go. We also have our content team, and we're expanding our content. We have a lot of carousels, Medium articles, a lot of fun plans coming up for y'all, and our design team to make all the banners and everything too. We also have clubs. And so these clubs happen in Design Buddies. You can get access to them in the Roles channel, but they essentially meet every week or every bi-weekly. And we have Game Club led by Maggie. We have 2 book clubs, a UX book club led by Lee, and a typography book club led by Noon, and a movie club led by Minty. So make sure to participate in clubs as well. They're just like little fun subgroups within Design Buddies to help y'all meet via mutual interest and to connect with y'all as well. And a lot of special thanks to our partners and sponsors. ADP List has been amazing. I've met Felix through LinkedIn actually in July of 2020, I believe. And we just like connected as really great friends, and we partnered for ADP list. So we have all our mentors on ADP list in Design Buddies. So if you are a mentor, we have more details in the next slide, but if you are a mentor on ADP list and also in Design Buddies, make sure to direct message ModMail or any of our admins your profile, your ADP list link profile, and we'll make sure to add you the mentor tag. And we also have a lot of fun events coming with ADP list as well via Discord stages, Twitter spaces, and Zoom. So make sure to attend them as well for a lot of great insights shared with all the whole community with the knowledge and wisdom that all the mentors have. We also really want to thank Adobe. They've been our biggest sponsor, and they've had a lot of Creative Cloud giveaways for buddies in our community as well, and 3 workshops so far. We're actually planning a design jam as well. So I know a lot of y'all are looking to do more design challenges, and Adobe really helped us in sponsoring our community, but also providing a lot of resources for our buddies. And they're a really great place. And yeah, they're super nice, and we really want to thank Adobe. We also want to thank Discord for being our partner as well. We're Discord partners, and we have a lot of free early access resources from Discord as well. And yeah, it's just been a great time, and I get to find out about new features, and it's been great. And we also have Consulting. So Jonathan and Jerry have been our strategic advisors, helping us grow and scale and strategize since August or July of 2020. And they've been amazing. Super grateful for them as well. If you guys are looking for jobs, Consulting has a lot of great resources for y'all to check out on their website. And then we also Springboard. We have done an event with them as well, and a survey with them, and they've been super helpful bringing their career coaches to share their knowledge and advice with us. And coming up, we have in our roadmap a career fair with them actually. So if you guys are looking for jobs, you have a free career fair coming up soon, or not soon, but we have it in our roadmap too. So make sure to join Design Buddies, our Discord, to be the first to find out. We also really want to thank Bite Size UX. Joe and Karen, they've been hosting all the workshops for free for Design Buddies. And we have other recordings and other resources for the working files in our Discord as well. And Bite Size UX, they host like Bite Size UX workshops where you can have a project that you can put in your portfolio right away. They have a whole template for your case study and everything too, which is really useful and really helpful for buddies just starting out in UX design. We also like to thank Skillshare, and for Skillshare, we actually have a code for free 1 month of Skillshare Premium for everybody to use, and the code is actually in our perks channel. Last but not least, we would love to thank Kick-Ass UX. We've done a few events with them, a few clubhouse rooms. I've done a few clubhouse rooms with them too, and they've been providing a lot of resources for Design Buddies as well. So make sure to check out design systems and transitioning to UX from Kick-Ass UX. And thank you so much to all of our partners and sponsors. Without us, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we're really super grateful. And thank you all for dropping the links. Make sure definitely check everybody out. And yes, we'll have more creative jams coming up. And very exciting announcement just released yesterday is that on ADP list, our main partner, we have a Design Buddies banner. So if you can join ADP list as both a mentor and mentee. So if you're not like working full time yet, but if you are working full time and you want to be a mentor in Design Buddies and on ADP list, make sure to sign up. And if you get rejected, just DM me. And but yeah, make sure to sign up as a mentor and mentee and use the code. Just follow the short instructions as you have on here. This is also in our announcements channel. Enter the special secret code over here, not secret, but special code over here, where you can add this special banner to your profile and submit, and voila, or viola, boom, wah, to your profile. And so now, like, and whenever people click on your name, they'll know you're from Design Buddies. And we have so many fun events coming up. And as always, if you would like to be a mentor and you're working full time, make sure to register yourself as a mentor in ADP list, and we'll add you the special tag in Design Buddies. We have access, you have the special tag so you stand out, and you have access to our very wholesome mentor community. And in the chat, really quick from the question, the Skillshare code is in our perks channel in our Discord community. And we have merch and giveaway. So these are two designs that I've designed just now, late last night. So thank you so much, Yashar, for helping organize our merch store and everything with that. And we have a 10% discount from all of our merch store as well as 10 giveaways. So these are just limited edition Design Buddies t-shirts that you won't find anywhere else. And just use the code DBBirthday, which gives you 10% off at discount. And yeah, definitely pick your favorite two designs. We let you all vote on the designs and we came to equal votes on both. So I just did both. Just more for the buddies. And yeah, definitely pick both. And with that said, we're gonna do our first giveaway. So I'll open the floor for 30 seconds. So what you're gonna do for this is an admin will pick a random person who does this. Type exclamation mark Design Buddies in the chat and you'll be entering the giveaway. And one of our admins will pick someone random. And I'm gonna count down 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds because there's 5 times gonna be around that. 10. And after we get picked, we'll call out at the end, message us on Discord and make that all happen for you. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay, giveaway done. Okay, stop doing Design Buddies. Okay, done. All right, so someone random will get the first giveaway. We have more. Don't worry, you have 9 more chances. So definitely stay till the end if you didn't win one. You'll keep winning some. We're all for the buddies here. Cool. And right now we'll do a story time, our origins. So how I started Design Buddies was I'm a new grad and I studied bioengineering and computer science and engineering at school. So I picked this picture. I tried to be like deep and really wholesome at the same time. So, the giveaway is done, by the way, in the chat. The sun sets in my engineering career. So I put the sunset, yeah, very deep. When I decided to pursue my interest in design, I've always loved design, but growing up Asian Bay Area, always told it to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer. And when I was starting out design, I actually encountered many people who discouraged me along the way. Actually, my professor, he was actually the head of the bioengineering department at my school. And I thought he was so cool at first, but when I was his grader and I was just picking up some papers to grade, he was like, "So, Grace, what are you doing after you graduate?" And I was like, design. And he was just like, "Why you know engineers? Just stay in your lane. You study design. Blah, blah, my first year in design. Blah, blah, blah." And I was like, okay. And for me, like, I've always loved just like not listening to people. So when people tell me no, it means a yes. So I went forward to pursue design anyway. So this was around end of 2019. And I decided to find some design communities to join online. But I joined some, try to post some questions and just like try to learn about design. And like people were just like hella judging me for like not having a design degree. Basically, like no design degree, noob, go away. That's basically how I felt. Basically, people indirectly saying that to me. And yeah, I just felt like a small potato in this vast world of design. Like my professors, I did not have any mentors in my real life. I felt like an outsider in other design communities because I felt judged for asking beginner questions. So I just created Design Buddies. I just wanted a wholesome, non-judgmental place where anybody can ask questions without feeling judged or just like chill and vibe. And Design Buddies was born. And so we became the largest design community in the world a few months later. And I realized that I wasn't alone and feeling like, oh, very small potato, very scary design world, very judgmental of some other designers. So I just want to create a wholesome place. And throughout the time, I realized a lot of people are just really wholesome, especially through like ADP lists and being more engaged in the design community. Just became really wholesome. And just a life lesson I want to share with anybody. Don't listen, like if anybody tells you no, whether they're like your parent, your professor, don't listen to them. It's your life to live and it's not your job to please anyone, and life is too short to live under anyone else's dream. Whether they're even like some professor, head of the department telling you, you shouldn't do design or you shouldn't do your dream. Don't listen to them. Like even though they might be experts in their field, they're not experts in you, and it's not your job to please them, and life is too short to listen to people who want you to do their dreams. Like live your dreams, not other people's dreams. And you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't, whether your parents or professors, just to pursue your dream, you'll be happy in the long run and earn more money because you'll be doing a better job at your job. So don't listen to people who tell you no, just yeet them out and thank you next. That's what I basically say in my mind. I had a lot of coffee today. And yes, yeet out the hater, yeet and thank you next. Loving the chat here. And as always, I saw design buddies as like a UX design opportunity. So I started with some problems I also observed. So design buddies was not only, I actually did a lot of research as well, user and market research and starting design buddies. And so I noticed that like a lot of people were wanting to go into design as well, and that might be very confusing about which path to go, because people can either study design in school, go to the boot camp, be self-taught. It can be really confusing because there's no like one size fits all approach. So I noticed that. And also the Rona, of course, people want to stay connected online. So I created design buddies. And I just feel like in general, other design communities I was in, like on Facebook, Slack, I just felt it was like really professional and it felt really scary. And I was just like this new grad, this kid, I feel, just wanting to vibe and just express myself without being constrained to some kind of professional environment. So I just wanted to create a very chill space on Discord where people don't even have to like set their name as their real name. People can just chill and vibe without feeling judged or like professional and stuff. But also professional enough to like communicate, but not at just like Slack. So people can just like vibe more. And as always, we've actually done this as a team and as a focus group, our UX process through creating design buddies. Let us know in the chat if you are UX designer as well or UX researcher. So we obviously do a lot of user research and market research. Like every time we go to our events, we always have you enter feedback. We also do a lot of surveys. We also do focus groups. We also do market research, looking at other communities. And the goal is to really define pain points of new designers. And yeah, seeing a lot of UX people in the chat. And as we narrow down our pain points, we kind of ideate solutions. So we A/B test a lot of things, as you can tell, rather like posting different times, different features. And yeah, we just want to test features and test things out. So an example of that was our mentorship program was born. And so we always create new features based on this feedback. So we really, really value any feedback you guys can give us, whether it's through Luma, our service suggestions, or our Google form as well. And yeah, always welcome any feedback. And after we test it out, doing a lot of A/B testing, focus groups, chats, surveys, we keep iterating. So even keep improving upon. So we've really put in the UX thinking to design buddies as well. So that's a tip how we're able to like strategize and everything too. We UX design buddies. With that, we're going to pass it on to the admin Q&A. So this is our fun admin panel. Feel free to briefly introduce yourself. And for the first question, feel free to just go in the order what you see on the screen, or maybe I'll go in the order on my screen. So it might be easier to coordinate because it might show up differently for everybody. First question is, how and why did y'all, I say y'all a lot, so that's why it's on there. How and why did y'all join Design Buddies and then the admin team? And we'll start with Nabil since I see him on top right corner.
Hey everyone, I'm Nabil. Thanks for all being a part of Design Buddies, and we really appreciate all of your contributions and hope you learn a lot from our community. I found out Design Buddies through another design community that was hosting a user experience design challenge, and there were 5 teams, and Grace was on one of the other teams, and I met her through that. And she was like, "Oh, I made a design community," so I kind of tagged along, and that's how I found out. And Nadia actually invited me to join the admin team after a few months. I made up popcorn to Yashari.
Awesome. How did I join the Design Buddies? I found Design Buddies through Facebook, through a Facebook group called Asian Creative Network. So I was able to find Design Buddies through there, and what made me join was, I'm not sure if there's any like OG members here, but I was there for the very, very first Facebook virtual meetup. And it was the meetup that occurred when there was like a whole Zoom, like a Zoom bomb that happened. And it just, terrified Grace a lot. It like we had to shut it down so quickly and then retreat onto Discord. And me, you were there too. So me having a little bit of Discord and Twitch moderation backgrounds, I reached out to Grace and I'm like, hey, look, I'm a designer and I'm very well equipped in Discord and Twitch, and I would love to help out. And that's when I decided to join the admin team, and they accepted me as part of it. And I've been here since May the 4th. And honestly, I love it. I love it here, and it's just been an amazing road trip since then. I'm gonna popcorn it off to Jack because I see Jack next.
Oh, Jack. Popcorn. You're muted.
He can't seem to unmute for some reason.
Oh, okay. There we go. Can you hear me? Great.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm Jack. I was thinking about this a lot, and I can't really remember the exact point in where I joined Design Buddies, but I think it was some sort of call to action with content really early on, maybe in July of 2020. And I remember having my first discussion with Grace. I wanted to host a workshop back then, which maybe was a little too premature, but that led to me writing an article, which led to me contributing in content in a greater capacity. And then I just wanted to keep helping out this community in a bigger way because, like Grace said, the vibes here are just off the chain. And then Grace and Sarah invited me onto the team, and it's been awesome. I will popcorn over to Sarah.
Thank you, Jack. I'm also going to say this about what Ishara said, because I looked back when I first joined Design Buddies. It was back when Design Buddies was kind of like a little design baby. And I joined from another Slack channel. It was like Grace was just posting in other like designer Slack channels, and it was called Designers Against Coronavirus or something. And I joined, and I was kind of in that same boat where she was talking about, like, you know, COVID happened, everybody was doing remote things, and I was trying to find those design communities to really connect with. And I started like doing a lot of marketing and graphic design advice for some of the members, and she noticed that, and we kind of connected, and she added me to the admin team. So I've been just, you know, giving a lot of marketing advice, but it's one of the key communities that I just always stands out to me because everyone's so welcoming and engaging and inclusive. And I will also say that going to Design Buddies events has led me to be a really good moderator, which helped me today when I was moderating an event somewhere else today. So thank you, Design Buddies. Let's go to Nadia.
Hi, so how and why did I join Design Buddies? So around this time last year, what day is it today? It's April 10th. Okay, so I was doing an internship in Toronto. I'm originally from Vancouver, but I was in Toronto for an marketing internship. And this was around the time when like companies around the world were doing layoffs, and my company was one of them. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do marketing anymore. I'll do design. I had like a background dating back to like first year of university when I used to do like freelancing. So I wanted to rediscover that, but now towards UX UI design. So when I flew back to Vancouver to finish up more school, I reconnected with Grace on LinkedIn. We had each other since like late 2018, early 2019. So I reached out to her and I was like, oh, I was wondering if you're looking for maybe someone to make like a website for Design Buddies. And yeah, I became an admin. And honestly, Design Buddies has benefited me. I can't like English say Design Buddies has helped me like tremendously in terms of like meeting others during COVID when we're like home. Got the chance to connect with other Canadian-based designers, and just like starting off my career, because now I guess just a year later, I am working as a full-time UX/UI designer for a startup, and yeah, it's weird how like it's weird, but also amazing how much like a year has gone by. So I owe Design Buddies a lot to my success as a entry-level UX/UI designer. So I will popcorn off to Caleb.
And there we go. Hello. I can't remember where I saw Design Buddies back in August, I think it was. It might have been a LinkedIn post, and I just clicked and joined it. And then I basically ended up talking so much that they said, "Do you want to come and help?" And that's what I do. So I still do both of those things. But yeah, it's been really good. Do love Design Buddies. I'm not strictly a UX designer, but the help and interesting stuff I've learned this year, and helping out with my like portfolio and CV and work and stuff, and I've started a job recently, but so I might not be around quite as much anymore, sadly, but yeah, so I can't remember quite how, but here now. So we'll go to Jess finally.
Yeah, so I think I was scrolling through Facebook, and I think I landed across Grace's post on the Asian Creative Network post, and she was talking about a daily UI challenge and how she was adding people to a Facebook group. And I was like, okay, I'm interested in it, might as well join it. And she made the group, put us in it, and then eventually I think we were talking about either doing like Discord or Slack, and I think I made a comment or something being like, oh, here's a difference between the two. Oh yeah, there's a messaging group. And then eventually she asked me if I wanted to join on the admin team, and I was just like, oh, I wasn't sure about this, but I'll take it because it seemed like a really interesting thing. And from there, I've seen it grown, I guess, over the year, and it's been really cool to see.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I did. I think the first time I put Design Buddies in public was when I did post some daily UI challenge illustrations or daily UI challenges I created on Asian Creative Network. And we started off as like a messenger chat. We have very similar stories to like ADP list. They started off as like a spreadsheet, and now they're a website. We started off as a messenger chat, and now we're a Discord server, and we're born 3 days apart. And me and Felix are born in the same year as well. So we are very similar. Very similar origin stories too. Just wanted to share that. Well, yeah, shout out to all of y'all in the Facebook Messenger chat. Major throwback. I just like wanted to create a fun design chat, and like that post went viral, and that's how the Messenger chat came to be. Because I realized, yeah, a lot of people want to connect as designers, and yeah, cool. On to our next question. We'll do popcorn style again. What is your favorite or most wholesome memory with Design Buddies? And do you also have a favorite channel on Discord, and why? And I will popcorn it to Nadia. Oh, Nadia, popcorn.
Oh, sorry, could you repeat the question again? My internet like froze.
Oh, no worries. It's the same on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite or most wholesome memory with Design Buddies, it would have to be just meeting everyone in the span of a year. So, like all the like fun, amazing people I met, like our other admin Maggie who couldn't make it today, Maggie, Nibby, Caleb. There's like just so many. I could go on and on, but they've made like my COVID experience like so like amazing and so great. Now that like a year has passed, I feel like I have like my group of internet friends. So that has been my favorite memory with Design Buddies. And as for a favorite channel, I would honestly say like the general channel, just because like so much random things happen on there, like whether people are just saying like good morning or like, oh, what's your favorite like ice cream flavor, or just anything that you can talk about. Like I really like the general channel. So yeah, I will popcorn it off to Jess.
My favorite moment was actually, I think, the first time we did a game jam. It was a really interesting experience to make the game jam from like the back end, because I've always seen it from like the other end where you're creating a game, and it was really interesting to do like the logistics and seeing how everyone was creating such a cool interactive game. And my favorite channel would probably be the Game UX channel, even though I don't talk much in it. It's really cool to see a lot of other people like putting resources down and putting like what they're interested in. Gonna popcorn it to Jack.
One thing I kind of forgot to say on the last question, which I'll tie in right here, is my first meeting with Grace. I felt kind of weird saying this, but at the end of our chat, I was like, oh my God, your energy is just insane. It's just so infectious. And I feel like that vibe just circulates through DB, through Design Buddies. So I think that's probably one of my most favorite parts, is just everyone's so welcoming, and it seems like everyone's really happy to be there. And I think my most favorite channels recently are either design feedback or victories. Victories, just honestly, like, I don't think I'm that much of an emotional person, but when I see everyone posting all their little or huge victories in there, it's just like, it almost brings a tear to my eye. So that's really cool to see. And then design feedback, it's just so awesome to be able to just, throw whatever you have in there and see what feedback people have and how you can iterate from there and improve. And there's a few people that have been posting quite often, and so it's really cool to see their progression as we move forward. And I will popcorn to Yashar.
I'm still thinking about mine. And I can tell you first, my favorite channel on Discord would have to be, I have a few. It'll have to be like the support group, the professionals hangout, and like the project showcase, because not only do each and every one of you have like your own style, but just being able to see everyone's like like design styles gives me inspiration to create more stuff, and see like what kind of like how flexible I can be with my designs. I like support group is because I'm always in my feels, so like I always just love to relate to a lot of people, and honestly it's just like I don't know, I just love being able to connect with one another in that sort of sense. Professionals, I became self-employed 3 years ago. I quit this whole working for an employer kind of thing. I jumped the gun and just started making my own business, and to this day I'm still learning. Like, I'm not a perfect person. I'm still learning how to run a business even though it's 3 years later. And so just getting so much feedback, so much help from other professionals, it's just been amazing. Like, this is not the type of help that I would get if I were to just do it by myself. But I guess a favorite memory, uh, I don't usually partake in Discord a lot because of life. But one thing that always stayed consistent with Design Buddies was our admin meetings. And it's just everyone waking up like 5 to 10 minutes in and just trying to grab coffee. And I'm there making coffee while everyone's getting coffee and just waking up. It's just like, we're all human, and it's just so cool that we all just like, I don't know, that will be like the most wholesome memory, is just waking up at like first thing in the morning, just getting together and trying to make the server so much better, day by week by week. But yeah, I will bring it off to Sarah.
I want to piggyback off of what Yashar was talking about, and I realized that's also one of my favorite memories is going back. Like, I used to go to the meetings for admin group like pretty much like every week, and it's great to see how like get a personal level on people on our team and learning how people are growing. And looking back, like I remember me and Grace, like we were looking for like an internship or a job like for when we first started, and I was trying to start a business and she was looking for internships and stuff. And circle back, we're starting to, you know, celebrate our victories and like share our experiences. And like a year today, like we've gotten so much accomplished because we were part of Design Buddies, which is so it's such a fulfilling like feeling. So I would also say my favorite channel is, I'm a graphic designer, so I typically go towards like the channels like brand visual design. I do like professionals hangouts a little bit, and then it's hard to tell because the channels have changed so much since last year. I used to be like in like design feedback or like some of the other channels when it was like just a couple channels. And then I also like trying to remember what it's called. Shit. Excuse me. Yeah, I typically go for the graphic design channels just to like support people on like branding and what's happening in the marketing world. But that's such a great experience to talk about Design Buddies. Who else hasn't gone yet? Nibby. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gone. But one of my favorite channels, like Rashara said, is support group channel. I've seen a lot of people in my times of DB go through some rough times, and like the support and love and resources people share and the way people support each other is really like amazing. Kind of like what Nadia said too, like one of my, I think just, I don't really have one that stands out, but just like, you know, like all the Figma parties, all the events and workshops, like they just feel, I feel like it's all brings us together, and not just like, you know, like the regular people, but I see people who like, you know, who are workers on TV because they might be scared to talk to, you know, people publicly in such a large channel, but like they form close friendships as well. So like for myself, like I have some really close friends on TV as well. And like, it's just really nice to see that and have that, like, you know, camaraderie and just like people growing together and supporting each other. Has everybody else gone?
I'll jump in. Favorite channel favorite memories is just all of them. There's just so many good ones. Nice to have this sort of social resource when, you know, you're cooped up at home so much. Favorite channels, it's got to be physical products because that's what I do. And I also enjoy the topic of the day. There's some interesting things and some very hot takes quite often, but that's always fun to see what people are up to and have to say. And food, though general ends up as the food channel most days, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank you all so much for sharing. We have one last question and we'll have a fun Design Buddies folklore. We have about 15 minutes left, and we'll also have a group photo after our folklore. So make sure to get the background and be in our group photo as well. And we'll also have another giveaway towards the end. We'll just like do one round and pick 4 random people, and that'll be after our group photo into our drawing session. So in order to participate in that, we'll be doing that then, just to like keep the chat clean so we can like see all our guys' chats and stuff, because we realized doing it 5 times might be a bit too much for the chat. So yeah. So going on outside of Design Buddies, like what drew you to pursue a design career? I'll popcorn it to Sarah.
Oh my goodness, you've thrown at me. Beyond Design Buddies. So I'm not a UX designer, so this is going to be a little bit of a different answer from some people, but I actually didn't know in college what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like illustrations, like that's what I wanted to do. And I originally applied for the graphic design program, and I felt like so this is all in college, my undergraduate, and it was like 3 years ago, and I didn't know, like, I didn't think I was a good designer, to be honest, and I was comparing myself to other designers in my classes, and I was trying to figure out, like, what are my aesthetics and all these things that I can totally relate to when people are talking about this as a student. And I didn't think I was a good designer. I was just doubting myself. I didn't have a lot of confidence in my design career. And I didn't end up getting the best first job either when I graduated. But I think by learning through experience, it really got to where I am today. And just being able to define what my passions are and like pursuing those and finding the right people that I want to pursue my design career in. So I'm doing freelance today. So I used to work at a lot of places, but I decided to start my own business. So it's definitely not the linear like career path you hear about all the time. But that's how I started. Let's go with Yashar.
Ooh, beyond design buddies, what drew me to pursue a design career? I was always a creative person way back when, but I was never like creative in terms of a design point of view. I was a creative musically. So I was a saxophone player in high school for 4 years. And my high school, I went to a Catholic secondary school, and they started offering the specialist like high skills major. And our school was approved for information and communications technology. And that led to a bunch of students going into sound engineering, computer engineering. um, our school actually had like a whole uh, news network, so we called it was like a media TV network, so where we would do like videos and video animations that would just showcase different events that are going on within the school. And then communications technology courses like offered Dreamweaver, offered like the way like Illustrator way back then, and this is like 2015. So, and it also got me to like work on like the yearbook cover and just the yearbook layout. So stuff like that that made me want to pursue design. And then it wasn't until I started college doing digital art and design where I was like, yep, this is where I wanted to be. Like the environment, the technology needed to, you know, create a design project. I knew that it was the path I wanted to take, and I mean, I'm still walking that path, just with a lot more people now. Um, I will pass it off to Jess. Did you go? I'll pass it off to
Not
Jess.
yet. Not yet. So I think it was back in, I guess, senior year of high school. I was just like applying to schools and everything, and that's just a nerve-wracking part. It's just like, oh, where do I go? What do I study? And everything. And at that point, I was ruling out like majors because I was like, I'm not the best at math. I'm not the best at like social studies reading or like English or stuff like that. And I was just like, oh wait, design is an option. So that's what I did. I decided to go to art school, and I'm now currently studying UX design. But at that point, I was planning to do game development, but then I switched over to UX because I found, at least at my school, I found like a love in the community that was there. But because of COVID and finding design buddies that was created, I like found a really wholesome and like welcoming community that I really love. And I guess that's what's been pushing me to continue on this like career. Let's see. Popcorn it to Jack. Wait, to Jack, did you go yet?
No, I haven't gone yet. So kind of similarly like Grace, I come from a background where I have family members who were lawyers, and I was kind of pushed in that direction. And during my undergrad college studies, I studied philosophy, which is kind of like a basis for going to law school. Like everyone in the program, you'd ask them what they're going to do, law school, law school, law school. And so I was kind of on this track without realizing that maybe this isn't really for me. And similar to Yashar, I've always had a little creative background as well. My mom's an artist, so she's been a huge inspiration for me moving forward from this all, and just in terms with creativity as well. And after I graduated and, I took the LSAT, I was studying for it. I took all these expensive like lawyer classes, getting ready for law school, and I was about to apply. And through that whole process, I kind of realized like, oh God, like this definitely isn't for me, and it's a bit scary. So I was a bit lost, and it was maybe a lot of you can kind of connect who are transitioning from a different career or a different background. I didn't really know what to do, and I was thinking about what really is something that I want to bring value and impact to. And I thought about my past and taking philosophy and what kind of attracted me to that course, besides like just going to law school. And I kind of realized at the heart of all those classes was this idea of taking like a lot of complex information and making it really digestible and accessible and like even just like fun. And I think that's something that good design does really well. In the background, it can be really messy, but when it's shown to someone else, it communicates something really clearly. And so once I started putting that together, I realized like, oh my gosh, like UX design, like this is amazing. This is what I want to pursue. And ultimately it just came down to using creativity to kind of make some sort of impact, whether that just is in terms of some sort of social good, or even just like making some kind of experience more fun. I think that's really important to me. So that's where I kind of got my inspiration and background from. And I will popcorn to Nadia.
Okay, so what do you mean to pursue a design career? So in high school, starting in where I live, high school is from like grade 8 to grade 12. So in grade 9, you can start taking like electives. And in grade 9, I took like graphics, and I really enjoyed like designing stuff on Photoshop and Illustrator. And in grade 11, 12, I was like yearbook editor in chief. And throughout university, I took because my school we have like some beginner graphic design classes, so I took those, and then I was like a graphic designer for a couple of like my university school clubs that I was in, and I did like some freelancing. I think I mentioned this like in a previous question that I did some freelancing way back in like first year of undergrad. And what else did I do to pursue a design career? So yeah, when I did my internships at the time, it was mostly in communications and marketing, because that's what I study in university actually. And yeah, during the time that like COVID hit, then I wanted to go back into what I really love doing, which is design, but more so like UX UI design now. So I won't go too much into like my whole spiel of like my design journey, but that's just like the gist of it. Was it started off in high school, and then it continued throughout university, but only up until last year did I really like pursue design and wanted to like make a fulfilling career out of it. So yeah, is there anyone else who hasn't gone yet? Nibby, okay. I'll popcorn off to Nibby.
That took me a while to unmute myself. So I went to undergrad for studio art, and grad school straight afterwards for digital media, and that's where I first heard about UX. Wasn't really interested in it at the time. So I do a video editing job, which some of you guys who know me well know that's like my day job. And we do a lot of QA for that. And some of our clients like UFC or whatever, one day I used to do a lot of QA for them back when we were not remote. And just using their apps, these apps are pretty terrible. Like I get confused. I use them every day, and I get confused half the time. So like our clients and customers must be like having similar issues. And I took a UX certificate class, took some online classes, and but looking for like UX communities. Like I used to go on Meetup, and there was one in Long Island. Went to that one, and then found couple other ones online and been there ever since. Anybody else want?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Yeah, original plan was a pilot, then found out how much money that costs, so that went away. So then looked at aeronautical engineering, did all my A levels through school. Was originally going to go do aeronautical engineering somewhere like Cambridge or Delft. Did work experience in it for a week at a company doing like shock absorbers and stuff, and then went, no, this isn't it. Sort of realized I'd been doing design, industrial design, product design, engineering type work, and really enjoying that sort of STEM kind of background. A year out, went lived in China for a year, came back. I've just finished a degree in product design, so an industrial design degree, and working now designing 3D printers and stuff. So a little bit of a roundabout thing, and hopefully I'll have enough money to learn to fly for real. But yeah.
Awesome. I didn't miss anyone, right? Cool. We are running a bit over time. I just posted in chat, but we will be going over folklore and then group photo, and we'll unmute and sing happy birthday together. And then we'll do another giveaway. We're gonna sing together on Zoom. And it's gonna be fun. We're running a bit over time, so thank you all for staying with us. We really appreciate it. But yeah, now on to folklore from our admins. Tales from the buddies. Nadia or
Okay,
maybe,
I'll start. So I guess as for the folklore, it's basically just things that have occurred in the server in the span of 1 year that has made design buddies. So we can start off with the screenshot right here, like the good morning one. So that's from one of our members named Dario. So it started off when Dario just posted like good morning like every single day on the server, and we thought it was like really wholesome and very considerate. So it's now become a tradition for others to say like good morning, or even like good afternoon, good evening, good night, so on. So there's that. And then the screenshot in the middle, this one that says barbacoa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But basically the story behind that was I believe we were talking about resumes, and if anyone is familiar with the term ATS resume, we found someone created a ATS, like an open source program where you can upload your resume, and without like paying for anything, you can like just see if it passes like the ATS system. So we actually like just took it a step above and like just got like some Chipotle menu and like uploaded on that, and it actually like read the resume and like detected if it was like ATS, like if it passed the system. So that is like the middle screenshot there. What else? These emojis on the upper right hand side, those are some of like our most frequently used emojis, such as like this panda one here, the sus one. That one is, I guess, my Bitmoji, the Design Buddies logo. And then there's like the LOL, care, frog, and then the like this, like, yeah. And yeah, I will I'll let Caleb explain the prototype one, and then Nibby and whoever else is familiar with the rest of these screenshots can take it away now.
Yeah, I'm sure some people here have come across Dino, our friendly neighborhood swear word banning machine. It comes in from time to time, often banning words, of course, that just contain words that are bad, which is always fun. Cocktail, for example. Dino's not a fan of that. So there's some arguments with him sometimes, but the emojis work, so we can roll with that. We've got the chunky bunny there from which is that, the Christmas or the New Year? One of the events recently, which just
the Christmas
so funny.
Party.
And of course the beans.
Yishan made that. She's really talented.
And
so
yes, beans.
Yeah, the bees one, the Nadia Bitmoji. Nadia's Bitmoji is not just an avatar, it's not just an emoji, but it's also just kind of like something that's just kind of like a bit of a DB meme at this point. And one of the things is that like I edit, this has become like a fun thing that we do. Kim just joined actually, and good timing because we are just about to talk about you. Durians being the king of our fruits. Some people, it's a controversial subject on DB. Some people hate durian, some people love it. So want to throw that in there. And I wasn't there for this one. But, Grace did mention it earlier, but maybe Grace or somebody who was there could explain the last one that says the screenshot about the meetup.
Yeah, Shar can explain that one. Yashar was actually, I think, at our first meetup too. We got Zoom bombed. So yeah, we got Zoom bombed at our first meetup because I was too trusting of people on the internet, and I let in people without a password because I was like, oh, people are wholesome, nothing bad will happen, right? Just like buddies, right? But then I posted like the link on like Twitter and everywhere as well. So I think I actually used to, instead of Luma, we used to actually use Facebook for events because it used to be a messenger chat. And I thought like everyone just like had Facebook, so it's gonna be easy, but it turns out like not everyone uses Facebook. So, but yeah, we used to make Facebook events, and there was like a message I posted afterwards. I was like, yeah, my apologies. Like there's like people with bad vibes coming in Zoom bomb. I actually recently posted this in general chat and Discord, but I talked about my experience being Zoom bombed and like how I felt about it and how I was gonna do on LinkedIn. And that was actually my first LinkedIn post that went viral like almost a year ago, that with like over 50,000 views or something. It was crazy. And yeah, I thought LinkedIn was wholesome and got no negative vibes for that. But yeah, that's why we upped our security. That's how our verified tag came up. So if you're just joining Design Buddies, we have the rules unlock channels to make sure people read the rules and unlock, so prevent bots, any people with just like bad vibes coming in. But yeah, that was a background behind it. We got Zoom bombed with our first event, but learned a lot and iterated from there as well. With that, oh, hello, Kim. We are gonna do our group photo right now. So I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna count down to 10 seconds for y'all to turn on your camera. We'll do a group photo, a wave, we'll sing happy birthday, and then we'll do another giveaway and we'll pick 4 winners from that. So make sure to stay till the end for the giveaway. We'll give 5 more giveaways, so 9 more total at our after party happening about 30 minutes afterwards on Discord as well, on voice chat. And then, yeah, we also have a fun drawing event y'all can participate in and draw together. But yeah, I'll start counting down, and 10, 9. Feel free to like grab your plushies, grab your stuffed animals, grab your buddies, grab your pets, grab your family. Very wholesome conversations happening around here. And I will make sure when you smile, there's like multiple pages, so I'll make sure to get everyone as well. But yeah. Design Beans. Oh yeah, Design Beans. So we actually have, that's an April Fool's joke. We rebranded into Design Beans instead of Design Buddies. And we had like a bean cover photo and stuff like that too. I actually have an OC original character named Beanzo Bean that I made when I was 10. I think my mother served like lima beans or something. I was like, oh, this makes a good character with this little shape and everything too. So drew a face on it and the rest was history. All right, 5. Turn your camera. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold a smile until we're done, and I'll cue the movement or the wave we can dab. All right. Ready, set, say cheese. Keep smiling. I'm gonna get all the pages. Oh my God, it's a bunny. Make sure to get that in. Keep smiling. Oh my God, I love all your plushies. Okay, let me get all the buddies here. And then, okay, one more page. Cool, and then you can wave, you can dance, you can dab. This will be on our Instagram stories at design.buddies on Instagram. So make sure to wave, dance, dab, and then afterwards you'll sing happy birthday and do another giveaway. Like won't unmute themselves to sing. Oh my god, I love the bear. All right, ready, set, go. Hello, everybody. We are at our first birthday party. We are here chilling, about to sing happy birthday. Yeah. Okay, so my voice kind of went weird. But yeah, this will be on our Instagram story. And I'm going to unmute everyone now. So if you wish, you can sing with us. All right. So now y'all can unmute yourself. I'll count down 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm posting on the stories. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy
birthday
to
you.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, Design
buddies.
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to Design Buddies and everybody here.
you.
Happy birthday!
Yay! Awesome. So we're doing the giveaway. Comment at Design Bud. Oh, feel free to post anything on Instagram stories. Tag us. We always share it on our stories as well, or tag us on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We always share it all. Exclamation mark at design.buddies. I'll save the chat. So what is chat save? So we'll be picking people afterwards to keep the logistics smooth. And so we'll be announcing people in our event live chat channels. Make sure to join that. If you're a winner, you'll be contacted there. And we'll be just using your Zoom name. So I'll count down 10 seconds. Feel free to at design buddies however much you want. And we'll be picking 4 random winners from this group, and then we'll give 5 more during our voice chat, our after party for 30 minutes afterwards. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I just want to say props to those who are doing exclamation point at design buddies or exclamation point at design.buddies, like in any way possible. I just love the many different ways that people are putting that down.
Me too. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at design.buddies. Thank y'all for posting our handle. And follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and all these to get more Design Buddies news and join the Design Buddies fam on Discord. But yeah, we also have a link really quick. I'm just gonna save the chat so we can just like pick someone random and make sure we're gonna just use our Zoom name on the phone. Not on the phone, on the camera, on the Zoom. And we'll be announcing afterwards. So we actually have a paint together link. We can share this in the chat too. We also share this on our event live chat on Discord. So you have access to that. It's just it's like Figma, but you can like paint together. So it's in your browser as well. So you don't need to create an account, just like paint. But yeah, make sure to join us on there for fun activities. Otherwise, we have our after party where y'all can unmute and share any story you want about DB or just like chat, get to know each other, network, meet other designers. And yeah, thank you all for coming, and we will see you on Discord. Let me just drop the link right here so y'all know. But thanks everybody for user limit 30 people. No. Over Discord, actually 500 people if it's voice chat only. So yeah, so you can join us on there as well. We ran into a cap because it was like 50 people were screen share, but there should be if you turn off your camera.
It's the paint together. There's only a maximum of 30 people that can draw at the same time.
Oh, well, we can do multiple. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's in the events voice channel. So it's actually over here. So see you everybody on Discord. So in case you haven't noticed, we use a lot of puns. So fluffle, you might have seen the word fluffle thrown around a lot. So fluffle actually means a group of bunnies. And our mascot name is Fluffle. We call ourselves the Fluffle fam. We say thanks to everybody, hello bunnies, hello buddies. So, you know, it's all mixed together. We love being very punny, and I love doing dad jokes. Like I always say this at the end of every event too. It's always like, stay positive and test negative. With that, I'm going to stop sharing and we'll hop over to Discord. So make sure, oh, you have 9 bunnies. That's amazing. Yeah, in the events channel Discord. But yeah, we'll see. We'll try to find a resolution for the limit of people drawing. As always, we will leave it up so y'all can add to it anytime you want as well too. But yeah, we'll probably, if people want, we can also open a Figma file. We can have 50 people designing something. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely see you all in the event channel